guest is an artist who is really challenging what we sing and the application of the word and declaring it out loud. He's a Grammy-nominated Stellar Award-winning artist and what I like to call a part-time funny man, because if you see his IG posts and his stories, well, some cheeky stuff going on there, but you know what? It's cool. It is none other than Todd Dulaney. Welcome.
What's up, Lady T?
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Like, I cannot complain about anything. My wife and I decided to come to Miami, and the weather is better here than it is in London.
You know what? It's okay. I'll let you have that for now. That's fine. It is very cold in London, and we want some heat. We don't know if we'll get the heat. But
look at the way you're dressed, and look at how I'm dressed.
That's the worst part. Like, you're all heated up. I'm here in my hoodie, and I've got my like thick socks on. All I need is my gloves, and I'll be complete. But no, we're here. But you know what? It's all good. All right. So I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay. And then we're going to talk about like the music stuff, music and ministry stuff. All right. And you have to kind of like answer them quite quickly as well.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Skydive or swimming with sharks?
Skydive.
New York Mets or Chicago Cubs?
New York Mets.
Okay. Kirk Franklin or Fred Hammond?
Kirk Franklin.
Oh, okay. This is a lot easier than I thought. All right. New King James Version or The Message?
The Message.
Okay. Guitar or keys?
Keys.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
That's just for because it's easily accessible. Like you carry it wherever, but the keys, I write all of my songs on the keys.
That's really good to know. Okay. All right. Roll neck or V-neck?
V-neck.
Okay. Okay. There we go. He's got the
V-neck. You gotta let a little
on.
chest out.
He's got the V-neck on. That's okay. Got it. All right. Ripped jeans or slim fit jeans?
Both.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Oh, so you get to the slim fit ripped jeans type. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're now really catering for the men now these days, which is great. Thank God. All right. Not being able to sing or have your thoughts in a bubble for everyone to see?
Have my thoughts in a bubble for everyone to see. They were like, he is so nasty, Father. Touch him. He's disgusting. Yes.
You know what? I was really expecting you to say the other because I'm thinking, nah, people don't want to know what I'm thinking because
I don't look, but I could not even imagine life without the ability to articulate through song. What? You can see my thoughts all day.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Luther Vandross or Teddy Pendergrass?
Luther, because I really didn't know much about Teddy. That was before me.
Okay. Okay. Damn, I'm showing my age. Okay.
Oh
God. Okay. Victory belongs to Jesus or Your Great Name?
What? Oh, I'm about to make everybody mad. Your Great Name.
Okay. That's interesting. That is very interesting. All right. IHOP or Applebees?
Applebees. That was first place my wife and I ever went together. Applebees.
Wait, is that where you took her on the first date? Like, hey.
Yeah, it was the first. Yeah, it was the first date, and we didn't have any money, so we went to Applebees. It was all I could afford.
And now you're in Miami 5-star.
Yeah, she paid her dues.
We balling now.
Paid her dues. Now she's in Miami.
Okay, Barbados or Jamaica?
Jamaica, just because I've never been to Barbados and I want it. Yeah, so Jamaica. Right.
Well, that's on the list. Now you need to put that on.
And jerk chicken too.
Yes. Brilliant. It's brilliant. Okay, evening service or morning service?
Morning service.
right? Get it out of the way. The rest of the day, do whatever you want, right? Yes, yes. Don't have to think about, well, you mean I got to go to service this evening? Why?
I would say I'm more anointed in the morning. The nighttime, I'm ready to go to bed.
The honesty. I love the honesty. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh my gosh. Okay, so love songs. Would you ever write a collection of grown folk love songs?
Yes. I got a song that I wrote already that I think is a huge song. I just got to find the right person to either sing it, or if they're going to let me sing it, I'll sing it.
Why can't you sing it? It's a love song. Hello.
I might do it.
Listen, if Isaac Curry can sing a love song that he did, right, I think you can do it too. It's fun.
I do too. I think I might do it. But it's a duet that I wrote. It's a duet. So I need the right love interest in it, like that can sing. It would be a whole vibe, video and everything.
Okay. Oh wow. Let's see. 2020. Praise the blitz. Fingers crossed. We pray that it happens. All right. So 10 years of marriage, lessons learned so far.
Oh man. One of them is use wisdom before you speak. I think this will probably work across the board, but like think before you speak about everything when it comes to your spouse. And then one other thing is you don't have to share everything with your spouse before the appointed time, like before it comes to like I learned that sometimes there are certain things I should hold and until a better time. I guess timing is what I'm saying, because sometimes I think in marriage you kind of feel obligated to share everything right away.
True.
And sometimes that'll blow up in your face because you really weren't supposed to share that information right away. Like say if for example, like a vision, maybe like you have an idea of some sort and you share it with your spouse and they don't give you the response that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And now you have doubt in your heart because you never really was supposed to share the idea in the first place. You were just supposed to internalize it, wait till the right time. Then, so those were a couple of pieces of wisdom that I've learned over the time, that think before you talk and don't share everything right away. Look for the right time to share everything.
That is so interesting. I like that. That's definitely going to be noted down for sure. Was there a moment in your marriage that humbled you and then thought, wait, this really isn't about just me?
Yeah, we've had that over and over again.
This is therapy.
That happens all the time.
Therapy. Say it.
Yeah, like in marriage, anybody that's married, you'll know that you will come to this place pretty often where you're like, I just didn't get it right. Mm-hmm. And you just don't get it right so often because you're living forever with somebody. So they don't just see the good parts of you. They see the worst of you as well as the great parts of you. And so we come to that place probably once a month. You know what I mean? Like where it's just, it's like that place once a month where you're just like, my fault. I got that wrong. And as long as you're able to come to the place all the time where you can continually tell your spouse, I didn't get it right. Or then I think that makes for healthy, that makes for longevity.
Yeah.
And healthy marriage. Yeah. Because people, if you can't say that you got it wrong, then that they won't work.
Yeah.
Because marriage is all about acknowledging, hey, I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. And shoot, we got some stuff we got to work on all the time.
Yeah, definitely. I hear that. That's so cool. Okay. Can you give a word of encouragement to men about relationships, things that they just need to know and stop messing about and just don't waste time? Like give them a word, please, sir. You got 10-year mileage here. You are in the right to say something.
All right. Let me, this is going to be the good stuff. All right.
Okay.
This is going to be the best any man has ever given you to give advice to men. Men, this is the advice. Ask your spouse and like how you are doing in the bedroom, and let her give you honest criticism. And then take the criticism and perform like the genius I know that you guys are. Listen, look, I like to know the truth. Tell me if I'm not great. Tell me like, you know, if it needs to go a little to the left, let me know. I do not want to spend all this time on the right when I need to be over on the left side. You know, so there, yeah, fellas, don't feel bad if they say that's not it. Take that information and become a giant.
Yo, listen. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting that, but sir, Mr. Dulaney, no, you are my favorite. You are number one. Yes. Come on, preach that. Talk that. Yes. Oh my gosh, that is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for that tip. That's definitely gonna keep.
Yes.
Like, really? Yes. He's 10 years married. There you go. It's working well.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about music because for the last, nearly 5, 6, well, not even, probably like nearly 10 years now, you've been doing this. And you've had an amazing journey. You've had some great stuff come out. Like, I'm going to say that there's a couple of songs that I think that I did mention actually. Whenever, I think the first time I heard it, like it was in church. One of our choir leaders sang, I think it was the Anthem. I was in tears. I'd never heard the Planet Shakers version, but it was your version. And I was straight up tears. I was like,
wow.
Wait, what? What are we doing?
What's
this? What's this going on? So, even though it was another person's song, but I think the way you sang it was super emotive and it got to the heart. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. I try my best, T.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So let's talk about the recent songs that you've released. I mean, Back to the Book EP, like, oh, listen. these 3 songs on their own, my goodness me. Like, I mean, singers are inspired by the Bible. Like, we're very inspired by, inspired to write the songs, but you literally sang the verses out
the Bible.
Literally as it is, and made it into a song. Like, what inspired that particular moment when that happened? Like, because I think you were on stage when it happened. What happened? What was the whole thing going on? So every night when we do concerts, my band and I, we leave room in the set for what we call the spontaneous. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't, we just move on. We'll keep going to the next song. But on that night, we were loaded. It was just a heavy night anyway. Like, it was already powerful. And so when I picked up the Bible and opened it up, I had already bookmarked a spot that I would possibly sing. But when I opened it up, it felt like I had never seen that verse before in my life. I was like, okay, I'm like, is this even gonna make sense? So like I wrestled with it, but we were out there now. I'm like, hey, I'm out here naked now. All right, so let's just keep going. Right. Let's just see how far we can go out here before we look a fool. And so we kept singing, and then it just went nuts, and it became our next number one single. I'm singing the Bible. Listen, wow. I think Proverbs 3 was, I don't even know how to explain it or put it into words. Like, there was a day where that was the only song I played throughout the day.
Wow.
On repeat.
Wow.
Fully on repeat.
Wow.
And I remember one day just so randomly,
Praise God,
I just started singing it, and I'm like, God, okay, I'm singing. I know I've heard the song, but why am I just singing it just like that? Is there a reason for me to be singing this particular song right now? Because there are hundreds of other songs,
Praise God,
but I'm singing this, and I'm like, What are you trying to do? What are you trying to tell me?
Wow.
This song, you know.
Yeah.
What kind of moments have you had, you know, while singing that song, and what have people been like feeding back to you in terms of that particular song?
You know, that particular one is kind of, it's special to me just because we wrote it in front of the people. The first time that we wrote that song, we were somewhere, and we were getting ready to go on stage, but we were backstage, and my drummer gave me the Bible and said, "You can't make a song to this. Sing this." And I had my guitar. He's like, "You can't do it right now. Like, just do it on the spot. Make a song." And so I'm like, we're joking, and I'm like, "Don't challenge me. I can make a song out of anything. Like, give it to me." So he pops it open, Proverbs 3. And right away, I'm like, write them on the tab. You know what I mean? And I'm playing my guitar, and like everybody in the trailer, like the whole band, they're like just bobbing their head. Boom. And we posted the video of that. That video went viral. And everybody was like, "We cannot wait until you write the rest of this, whatever this is." And that's how Proverbs 3 became. Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's amazing. Like, it's just, I don't know, it just to start everything. And I think for me,
wow.
I know I can't play the drums, but I love the drums. But it's the drum. It's the drum for me. It just does something else to the song.
He's special, man. Our drummer is special. He really is. Jalen Moore. He's a special individual in more ways than one, for real.
You know what? Hats off to him. He did an amazing arrangement on that, and it gives the song a whole new sound. Yeah. It just makes it feel different. You know. So with Psalm 18, like what was that like? Did that just come randomly as well? Or was that also when you were on stage at an event?
Yeah, so Psalm 18 was the on-stage presentation where we opened up the Bible and just went for it. I think the big thing about Psalm 18 is that we didn't expect to go to radio with it. Because, you know, songs like that one, spontaneous, open Bible, just in the moment songs, they don't particularly always play well at radio. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we were a little apprehensive about maybe we should pick a song that's a little bit more catchy. But in my heart, I said, if I'm going to be out here, I got to be all the way out here. Like if I'm going to represent singing scripture, I got to go to radio with it. And I just got to trust God, trust that he's going to do it, because I don't want to just be like an underground, because, you know, like there's an underground movement of worshipers where the underground, they follow, like people follow this underground movement, but in the mainstream, it's like, that's kind of taboo. You don't really, you know what I mean? They're looking for more radio airplay, like comfortable music. And I just said, I'm trying to break that. Like, I'm trying to send the stuff that takes people under their pew to radio. You know what I mean? So that, like, even when you're driving in your car on your way to work, that you still like, oh my God, my car crying. Yes.
So wait, I want to ask you this actually. Describe the moment when you first heard your song on radio, because obviously when you first started, that was a very long time ago. But
that's a long time ago.
Where were you? And what song was it that was on the radio when you first heard it? You were like, oh my gosh, I'm on the radio. Like,
I can't even remember, but I just know that I'm a crier at times. Now let me tell you about that craziest thing. Let me tell you about that. Look, because I don't cry like this is about to get serious for a quick second. Like, death doesn't make me cry. Like, I hardly don't cry about any death.
Interesting.
Like, like that doesn't bother me. Like, but things like destiny, to see destiny come to pass, I cry about that stuff. So when I first began to hear myself on the radio, I can't remember the first exact time, but when I remember crying. I've cried so many times when I realized that I'm in my future. Like, I'm in what I dreamt about. So I've stopped and cried so many times just thinking about it. Just like, how did I get here? Like, when did this happen? Like, I'm talking to you, like, you in London. Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a little boy on the west side of Chicago, and now I'm talking to somebody in London about my music that they sing in London, in Africa, in South America. Like, so that will make me cry, because it's like, impact. I always dreamt of being somebody that could make people smile, and you know what I mean, and bring some type of hope to the world. And now I'm living in it.
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel a certain type of pressure though? Because, you know, you're here fulfilling your dream, but then sometimes it's just like, whoo,
yeah.
Hey, you know, as they say, to whom much is given, much is expected. So
Yep.
just, do you feel that pressure? How do you deal with that, like, that kind of like everything on you?
Yeah, sometimes I feel that. Sometimes I feel it because people are judgmental.
Right.
The church especially can be really, really judgmental, but they don't want that same measure of judgment measured to them.
Right.
They don't, you know, so they're fine with, you know, trying to blast me or tell me what I ought to do, but they don't want it. And so sometimes I feel that, but I'm just wild, right? I'm a rebel, and I just don't care. Like, because, you know, I got to answer to God and God alone. And so the people that really matter, their opinions are my family, you know, like the people that live in my house. As long as they're okay with who I'm being, and they're happy, then I'm good. I'm going to continue to do what I do and answer to God. Like, you know, for example, my wife and I, we hang out, and we hang out a little wild, you know what I mean? And we do it purposely because I wanted to make sure that we didn't lose ourselves in the success of being a Christian recording artist. You know, I want my wife to live her life and say, we lived, we kicked it. Even though he was a representative of the kingdom of God, he didn't stop taking me to Miami, dating me, kicking it with me. You know, we still live a wild life, and I love it like that. And I just allow the Father, whenever he needs to tell me, all right, that's enough. Too much. He has to tell me that. Yeah. Sometimes he has to tell me that that's cool. That's what a relationship between a father and a son is all about.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough, son. Like, chill out.
I love it. It's so good. The reality of it is so good. And I think sometimes you see a lot of other artists, you kind of think, are they happy? Do they look happy? Are you building your marriage? Like, even though you're doing this ministry thing, like, are you able to still, you know, be a husband or be a wife kind of thing? Like, and it sometimes stresses me out because when people see me, they're like, oh, what? You're a Christian? I'm like, yeah,
right.
They're thinking Christian should be boring. I'm like, heck to the no. Like,
right. I say, don't let my fun, don't let that fool you. I'm loaded with the power of God. Like, I'm full of the anointing at all times. Like, I can pray a demon off you right now, and it doesn't matter. I could just been laughing and clowning. It does not matter. Like, what the Lord has given me, he's not taking it away. Come on. It's on me. And so, you know, I try to get people to do that. People that are aware of themselves. Yes. They are used mightily of God because they know they need God. Like, people that are aware of their flaws and they're okay just being who they are, then God uses them because he's like, you're not trying to fake it. You're not trying to fake it to make it. You're just, you know, I'm who I am. Yeah, exactly that. Oof, love it. Okay, now let's quickly talk about the To Africa With Love album. Like, that was crazy. You know, one of my favorites. All the way to South Africa. You know, I'm not gonna try the accent because I just don't know. No. It's not as great as your English accent that you try to do. So it's so bad, my English accent. So you went to South Africa, which was a pretty, you know, bold move to do that, to record in another country completely. Right. What made you, you know, decide to do that? Well, that was just kind of a dream of mine. You know, I think the worship in Africa and the motherland is just another level. I think that the motherland is just chosen. Honestly, I believe that they are chosen by the Father to be examples of the freedom of worship and what it looks like. And so it was a dream of mine to go there, to build nice support there. Like that was like, I thought about this stuff long ago. I kind of knew that Africa would embrace me because of the sound and because of my desire to worship, and they did. And so once I realized that we had such a strong following there, I was like, we just have to. And the crazy thing was about it is that it wasn't my time to record. It wasn't even, it wasn't like contractually in the record deal that I'm in. It wasn't even time for me to record.
Oh, wow.
Like we kind of threw this into the calendar. We threw this into my schedule because it was such a desire of mine. So like I told the label, I'm going to record in Africa. And then we're going to, and they're like, well, you know what, that's going to push back your schedule of recording the next. I say, well, that's okay. Like, because I want to say thank you to Africa. Yeah. And that's where the title To Africa with Love came from, because it was my like, thank you to the motherland for supporting the ministry the way that they do.
Wow. Amazing. I love it. And like, to be honest with you, I can't lie. When I did listen to it, I was kind of hoping that you would do like, like an Afrobeat type song. I was like, I wonder whether, because Todd would be really good at this. But when I didn't hear it, I was like, oh man, like why? That would have been good to do it.
I would love that. I would look.
Good.
I got you on something. I think Travis is getting ready. He's getting ready. I probably isn't even supposed to share his business. Travis Green is getting ready to, he's getting ready to release something that we're on together. It's a duet. And it's Afro beats. And it feels good. It feels good. But it takes the turn to African beats in the end of the song.
Oh my gosh.
It feels good. People they're gonna love that one. They're gonna love that one.
I'm very excited about that. Now the fact that you just said that and it's like you and Travis, oh my God.
Yeah. That's my guy.
Oh my gosh. And the thing is, because you two, you both have some the energy between you two, like when you're on stage, when you're ministering, it's just like, wow, like it's just like two ready to pop. Like
right.
And you're just like, wow, okay, I'm excited about this. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But are there any like African artists that you know of that you would like to collaborate with?
Oh man, we've been close we've been close, but I think it was my fault. I was kind of moving around and doing other things, but Sanash and I almost recorded together. And it was my fault. It was totally my fault. So if you ever see Sanash, you tell her that I know it was totally my fault. Like I just had so much going on that I couldn't focus and get it done. But Sanash is actually somebody that I've always wanted to do a song with. And who else? I'm a big fan of a guy named Uche Agu. I love the song. It's coming down. Yeah, the glory of the Lord is coming down. Yeah, like I love that song. Who else? Mercy Chinua is another one.
Chinua, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, powerful.
She's
a powerful little Jacqueline Carr's sister in Africa. That's. But yeah, so it's a lot of another one. My favorite worship leader in the whole world is Nathaniel Bassey.
Oh my days.
Yeah, he's the best worship leader in the worord.
Oh my gosh.
He's Jesus's right hand chief.
Right. Honestly, it's I think whenever because we've been privileged enough for him to come over when pre-COVID, come to our church to minister. And it was just like, there's a different presence. Like you feel the presence of God. When he does it. It's just like, wait. Yes. Like,
and then you can blow the horn and go back to the singing, and I'm like, oh my God, we can't take no more.
Like who does that?
Right.
That's so cool. So cool. So also you went to Lagos and you did the experience as well in Lagos. Like, okay, so here's the thing. You're in Lagos, experiencing everything. You step out to minister, you see that crowd. What is going through your mind at that particular time? And what did you take away from the experience as well?
You know, when I come out on stage now, all of the crowds look the same. Like it doesn't matter how many people. Yeah, like it honestly, just because it's almost like I cannot wait to get out there. I don't care who is out there. Get me out there. Yeah. And so like, it's like you want to just explode every time. So it doesn't matter where it is. Like, I just feel like, let's go. Come on. And yeah, so that's what I'm always feeling. I'm always feeling like screaming. And usually like on stage, like we are screaming, like, cause people are screaming and yelling and we're yelling like, there's a video of my drummer that we posted where the intro video is going on and he's screaming, let's go. So we're usually always like really, really pumped up about, getting out there with the people. We've been waiting backstage for so long and we're ready to worship and see what God's going to do. And so, yeah, so at the experience, of course, it's like times 2 million because you get all of those people and you can hardly even hear yourself. So, yeah.
That must be hard. Like, I'm trying to sing, minister, get the glory.
Right. You just, you got to put your ears in. You got to put your ears all the way in.
I love it. Right. So Revelation 4, we're now here, new music, brand new. It is now OMG. And I guess following the process of how you get the songs from the Bible, because, so how did you pick this one? How did like Revelation 4 come?
I was just reading it one morning and I read it and it hit me. It hit me. The scripture hit me so good. I said, dog, this is what's happening around the throne right now. Like they're up there doing it right this second. They're holy, holy, holy. And so just the thought of that messed me up because I was saying, God, even while I'm sitting here talking to you right now, the angels are around the thrones saying holy. They're doing it right this second. We're talking about Revelation 4, but they're actually doing Revelation 4 right now. And so I wanted to spotlight that scripture because of that. And then we went on to say, that you will receive glory, honor, and power now and forever. Like that's one of those lines that I believe is going to be similar to Victory Belongs to Jesus that'll last throughout time for the body of Christ.
Yeah. Oh man. And it's such a powerful song as well. And obviously it's the lead, it's the intro into the new album.
Anthems in Glory. Anthems in Glory. Yeah.
So what's the title?
Anthems in Glory.
Oh, okay. So why? Obviously the anthem I can tell because all your songs are very anthemic.
See?
I'm paying attention to these things.
Yeah. We're built on anthems for the body. This team has become known for producing some of the biggest anthemic songs for the church. And then we thrive on producing glory. Like that's this ministry. That's who we are. Everywhere we go, we have these big songs, but we operate in an atmosphere where the glory of God is. And so that's why I wanted this album to be titled that, because that's kind of become what we are.
Yeah, definitely. And so what can we expect in terms of sound wise? Like obviously, you have the very contemporary sound, but are there going to be any other sounds, any other collaborations like duets?
We didn't do any Afro beats, if that's what you're asking.
It's okay.
No,
I'll wait for you and Travis to bring that out.
Right.
That might just
we got some good features though, Tolu. We got some good features. We got Tamala Mann, Kiara Sheard, who else is on this? Smokey Norfolk.
Woo!
And one more, my friend, because he shares my name. His name is Todd Galbraith. So we got the features on this thing it's gonna be some fire released.
And do you know what? I'm going to ask about this actually, because Smokey Norfolk, you've had like, when you started music, Smokey would know one of the artists that you actually started singing for.
Yeah.
So to have him on a song with you. Like, how does that feel? Like that must mean so much.
Yeah, yeah, and it's crazy. On the album, there's a moment that's like it's gonna tear you up because I get a chance to say thank you to him before the song starts, and so it's a whole thing. This album's gonna be my best. But yeah, it tears me when I'm listening to the album. I cry when I listen to that part, like when I'm just saying thank you for introducing me to this, and and yeah. It's crazy. It was some crying going on at the recording.
Oh, I'm getting kind of emotional already. Like, oh my days.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so. Basically, you're telling us to prepare ourselves.
Oh yeah. Get ready.
Get some cloths or whatever, so that praising and declaring all that kind of stuff. I love it. So this is it's a good album to not only give God praise, but to work out and just
absolutely.
I love it. Awesome. So like, apart from the album, what else do you have coming up? Like, what can we like look forward to, get excited about? Because you're always doing something.
Yeah. Well, so I'm preparing, with the release of the album, we're preparing a tour. And the tour though is gonna be stateside, and it's a drive-in experience. So so we did a couple of drive-in experiences last year, and we loved it. We had such a good time. And so we're going to do a few more where we build stages in the middle of nowhere, and people can pull their cars around the stage. And so it's going to be awesome. I obviously I like outdoor beaches, and so yeah.
That's really good. And like, how are you adjusting to like the way you have to perform nowadays? Because gone are the days where we can get into a hall or into a venue, pack it out, but we can't anymore. Like, did you struggle to adjust and try to think of like, okay, how are we going to do this, and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, the adjustment is really more so on the logistics, like of like building the stages, and that's the adjustment. But once I get on stage, I don't care. It doesn't matter. That's the easy part. Once we're on stage, but the actual logistics of like, okay, we need to build the stage here. Right. It needs to look beautiful. Like if we're gonna build a stage on the beach, it's creative. It's fun.
Yeah.
Really. I would love for the ocean to be behind me while we worship God.
Wow, creation. Yeah. And
yeah.
That would be so cool. Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you guys have beaches in London?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Shit, we have to go to another country or go right down to the coast. Go travel like six hours to the coast to go and get and some fun or something. Like, yeah, a little bit, but not much. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely phenomenal speaking to you. How can people keep in touch with you, like on your social media and website and all that kind of stuff?
Hey, you guys go to ToddDulaneyland.com. ToddDulaneyland.com, and that'll take you everywhere else you need to be.
Sweet. Simple as that. Honestly, Todd, congratulations, first of all, on, the awards, the EP, this new single, and then the soon-to-be album. Do we have a date for that yet?
Not yet. Well, you'll be the first to know, ladies. Hey.
Yes, we like that. So we look forward to the new album. It's going to be phenomenal. And honestly, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
Definitely.